What's going on, good people in the internet world? This is your All Sports Matter podcast. I know you was looking for the baseball talk podcast, but guess what? We got you tonight. We have us what we call a crossover episode, and I took over for the night. I took over your hosting duties. This is me, your boy JB, and with me tonight will be the incomparable, the one who knows it all, the one and only Mr. Amir Poppy Shiraz Ortiz. Come on in, Amir. Tell the people what you know.
That's going to take me at least 7 days straight of just talking 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365. I can do it all. We can talk about it all. But tonight, we're just going to cross over what we know, the latest events, baseball, football, retirees, mainly the NBA championship start tonight. Let's discuss that for a little bit. So that's why we're doing a crossover episode. Let's do it.
Yeah, let's get right into it. So, like you said, the NBA championship start tonight. Now, there's been a whole lot of talk into this. Y'all heard us right here on this very podcast. You heard what I said. I told you straight up and down that it was going to be the Heat in 5.5 in 8 quarters, and the Heat proved me wrong. I saw that they didn't want it. I saw that Jimmy Butler didn't want it at the end. I couldn't back down and say that I was wrong because of what I knew the Heat was going to win, but the Heat didn't know that they was going to win. So now we got the finals. We got these guys happening. What is you, Mr. Amir?
What's going on, Rob? Nice to get to join us this evening. For me, before we can go forward, obviously we got to discuss the past just a little bit. Miami was a one-man team, one-man squad, and Jimmy Butler, as injured as he was, if y'all remember correctly last week, I said they were done unless Jimmy Butler did something, and he dropped, 37, something like that, even more than that.
He dropped 45 in Game 6 and 37
Game 6, right?
Yeah.
So he wrapped those 2 knees he had and decided to take the Miami Heat on his back. But again, they were a one-man squad. Golden State is not a one-man squad. Golden State is a shooting machine. And all hate aside, as much as I like to be biased against the Celtics, I don't see the Celtics keeping up with the Warriors shot for shot. They're just too inconsistent. You know, Jason Tatum got all the talent in the world. Jaylen Brown got all the talent in the world. Marcus Smart is a big-time player. Williams is coming up. He's inconsistent, but he's coming up. Was it Kobe White playing very well? So, you know, the Celtics have pieces. They have a good team, the best defense in the league, and they're definitely going to need to do that as they're going to challenge the Warriors. And I think because they have home field advantage is why I'm taking the Warriors in 6 games. I see them taking game 1 tonight just to set the tone, but I see the Warriors winning like 3 straight, then Boston game 5, and the Warriors closing out of game 6 and Golden State. I believe they're still doing the 2-3-2, if I'm not mistaken, format. But that's what I got. Golden State is just too powerful as a team. You know, when you talk about the Boston Celtics, you talk about defense and individuals. It's always about the Jasons, Jason Tatum, Jason Brown, and Marcus Smart. Not offensively, we're only talking about on offense. So we gotta. It's not hurting me to talk about the Celtics. I'm trying to be unbiased here. I really am. But I'm giving them a chance because styles do matter. You know, outside of Draymond Green, I don't see the Golden State Warriors stopping them on defense. And I can keep going on and on. I know there's going to be a bigger part of our show anyway. But Golden State Warriors have trouble on defense. It's no secret. They allowed Memphis to creep up to 6 games. Why? They have no defense. All those games ended up being 130, 120, 110 score. I don't think Boston had that type of offense because Miami didn't have that type of defense. Boston does not have the firepower on offense to beat the Golden State Warriors 4 games.
No.
I don't see it. Of course, it could be wrong, but I doubt it. And those are my 2 cents.
Yeah, not at all. They don't have the firepower. I don't believe. And I like, as much as I talk about the Celtics, I like players on the Celtics team. I like Jason Tatum. I want to see him do well. I like Jaylen Brown. I like people. I want to see Al Horford do something because he's been in this league. He's been a journeyman in this league. He's been doing stuff. But I don't see the Celtics battling against the Warriors like that. And it's like you said, it's defense against offense. And I know they say defense wins championships, but that's mostly in football. And right now, unless you're about to put Steph and Clay both on their backs to where they can't do anything, they not making no shots. The 1 or 2 people, yeah, you got to rotate in defense. I get that, but the 1 or 2 people you got there not gonna be able to do what needs to be done against people that's shooting the lights out from half court. So for me, my prediction for this will be Warriors in 6. That's my prediction, and it is mine and mine alone. Y'all can call it what you want, because I know my prediction for last one was not all that great, but it was still spot on in my opinion. Thanks.
What you got, Rob?
I want to say Celtics, but I can't. I'm just not.
I think your mic is muted.
No, he's not muted. He just a little far away. I think he on his iPad.
Have some technical difficulties in Big Desmond Robinson's basement. Not sure what's going on, but we'll get it handled. We can talk about superstition when it comes to this. They say for the last 3 seasons, every team that's eliminated Jimmy Butler has won the championship. I don't know if you guys heard that.
I mean,
on the flip side, every time Kendrick Lamar releases an album, Golden State wins. So it's like, what superstitions do we go with? So what are we doing here? Are we following Kendrick Lamar fans and Golden State? Or are we doing the Jimmy Butler winners and Boston's winning? So it's kind of hard to judge. I expect a great series though.
Whoever's not on the Madden cover should win, and whoever's not dealing with a Kardashian at the time should do something. That's all I'm gonna say about that. But yeah, so it's been a long season. Everybody's dealt with all types of injuries and adversities. How do you see after this season? Do you see any major shakeups on any team?
So the off season or playoffs?
The off season with NBA. Do you see any major shakeups?
I don't see any major shakeups. I think all this talk is more media. I think Philly will give it another run with Embiid and Harden. I think the Nets will try to figure out how to make it work with Kyrie, KD, and half of Ben Simmons. The Lakers have no choice but to try to stick it out with Russ one more year. I don't see anything major happening outside of John Wall. Where's he going? Obviously he's going to come out the blue and do something finally. But I honestly don't see anything major. I believe all the hype that's happened throughout this year, and trust me, this year has been filled with drama. I honestly see a quiet postseason. I don't see anything major. Everything happened during the trade deadline. Now, we fast forward a year from the trade deadline. I see from this trade deadline to next trade deadline, a lot of things happen depending on where the teams stand. But GM, as they say, LeBum, they just don't have the ammunition to make trades. They have no first round picks. They have no no leverage to get rid of Russ's.
The Pelicans got him. All.
And my little co-host, just speaking up a storm.
My guy, A Jizzle.
The Lakers just have no leverage to get rid of Russ. Nobody wants that $40 million contract. So they're gonna have to try to figure out where does AD, where does LeBron, where does Russell Westbrook fit in together. And they're going to be in the same boat as last year. Now, if they stay healthy, I think they can make the playoffs. I don't see any issues. I think health stopped them from making the playoffs last season. I really do, because they have all the talent. They do, but they were injured. So that's the difference between a healthy Lakers squad can still